Ashley, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited about our conversation.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm so happy to be here. Me too. I'm so excited to talk with you.
Yes. So, before we get started on everything that you do,
Yes.
tell me about Ashley and how
Oh,
she got to where she is today.
thank you. Um, well, Ashley Artwitch starts. I've had a deep desire to communicate with spirit my whole life. And in college, especially, it just started to turn on. And I thought, when I looked around at mediums and tarot readers and things and I talked to them, it seemed that all of them had known since they were born and raised that they could communicate to spirit. And so I thought that since I didn't know that I could, that meant that I couldn't. And so, I went to mediums and psychics and tarot readers my whole life and very interested in ancient wisdom and quantum mechanics and the spirit realm and energetic realm. And so it was always just a curiosity within inside of me that was close to me and I was interested in it. And then in 2016, my father passed and I went for a hike and I was kind of saying my apologies to him because of the way like our communication had ended, or had been right before he passed, as they are inside families.
Yes,
And I
yes.
just received back this flood of unconditional love that I recognized that was what I was probably searching for my whole life.
Yeah.
And I recognized and I just started crying. I was like, oh, it's all okay. Like it was all correct and fine and okay. And since that time, then I could feel him. I could feel his presence with me. I could communicate to him and with him. And it was easier than it was beforehand, usually, because there wasn't so much of our history kind of in the way. It was just, emotion to emotion. And not only was it healing and beautiful and wonderful to have him so close in my life, I also recognized that moment as like, oh, I too get to connect to spirit. Oh, I do get to do this. And so that started me on a journey of learning how to communicate to my spirit guides and communicate with spirit beyond, looking into channeling and astral travel and different kinds of techniques and skills that way. And then I found a metaphysical store. They had witch classes. And so I entered into them. And that's when it really started to cook because I had people around me who could recognize the things that I was seeing and recognize what I was feeling. And it was in a community and it was consistent practice with also theory of how the spirit realm works. So it answered a lot of questions about how because of those things. So it's been so incredible and so helpful and so healing and wonderful. And it brings me to today where I just want to, my passion is to help people connect to their spirit guides too. The ones who felt like I did, that, oh, I'd like to, but I don't know how, or
Yeah.
I doubt that I'm doing it right, or how do I even start? And so I just have so much passion about like connecting people to their spirit guides. And it's so fun to see them just like receive it and pop it open and just watch, how that capacity grows and how their life changes afterwards. And it's exciting.
That is incredible.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
I was
Thank you
just
so
talking to a
much.
friend today. She lost her husband,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
it was a few years ago. And I don't know how much she knows about this side, right? Like of
Hmm.
things. But she was
Yes.
talking about synchronicities and certain things in their marriage that were like just true to them and things like that just pop up in her life, or she thinks about him and looks over and she's in the car and she sees a license plate with his name on it. And I was like, that's him. Yes.
Yes.
I have the chills thinking about it now. Um,
Yes. Does she recognize it as such?
yes, she does.
Oh,
She
so
does. But I
good.
think probably in the beginning she's like, I don't know, But now, I mean, yes, she
Right.
absolutely does. But I
Beautiful.
now, and I was like, I know that he's here.
Yes.
I just, and I would love to learn to communicate with my spirit guides more, right?
Yes. Yes.
I remember the first time that I meditated, and this is not about my spirit guides, but it was my grandfather came,
Mm.
and it was the first experience I'd had. And I thought I was going crazy.
Yes.
Like, I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way.
Yeah.
And he told me something very specific, a message to give my dad. And I was like, yep, not going to do it.
Oh,
I
really?
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, no,
They'll
I'm
think
not.
I'm crazy. Yeah.
Yes. And he gave me a story about my dad's childhood that I wouldn't know. I mean, otherwise, right? And so it was months before I even talked to my dad about it. But I finally did, and he confirmed, and it was the coolest experience.
That's so beautiful.
Yes.
How did he come? Did you see him or feel him or hear him or how did he show
So,
up?
in meditation, I saw initially like a picture of his face, and he's been gone for quite a while, right? And I haven't spoken about him or thought about him in quite a few years. So I thought that
Yes.
was odd. Like at the time, I was like, why would I think of him? And then he started like talking to me,
Wow.
and I was just having a conversation. And I said, there's no way that this is real. I'm making this up in my head. And I
Yes.
did not tell anyone for the longest time
Yes.
because most people, where I live, they don't know this side of the world
Yes.
or and but it was, and I've had several experiences since then, but not consistent. And so obviously I would love to learn more, but I just think it's so fascinating.
Yes. Yes, that's such a beautiful story. And oh, I love that you recognized it and knew it. And I'd like to highlight that this is where like I work a lot with my clients is because they'll say the thing and then they backtrack. Oh, but maybe not. And like
Yes.
maybe I don't know. And I
Yes.
think that I mean it comes from a lot of things. I think that women were raised to doubt or not trust ourselves, right? Trusting
Yes.
ourselves is like a really big deal, and also taking up space that is questionable, right? That not everybody is
Absolutely.
agreeing with, or not everybody has agreed to, is also
Yes.
kind of a vulnerable situation for people to put themselves into.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I recognize that. And I also recognize that you did say, though, you, that the first part of your story was he came to you. And that's what I love. That's what I like to work when I work with like folks. I'm like, the first part was the real part. Because as we connect to all of these higher connection points,
Yeah.
all of the things get turned on, including the doubt or the insecurities or the mistrust. Those parts of us are also activated as we're activating higher too. So
Yes.
it will make sense that those will come up and burst up, especially because you're connecting, right?
Yes, that makes
Yes.
sense. I've never thought of
Yes.
it that way. I love the
Yes.
way that you explain that.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. I think a lot of times we just need to um, we need ways to quell the mistrust and the doubt, and then also say the thing out loud to somebody else who's actually going to celebrate it, and be like,
Yes.
yes, that was you. Yes, that was him. Isn't it amazing? And yes, you get to feel how incredible that is to have your loved one next to you talking to you and show you that, the death it's not really there. It's a
not.
change, and we all just continue, and
Yes.
all of that is at your access. It's so amazing to me, as AI is ramping up, And there's, like AI wants to be human. And we haven't even, like many of us, we don't even know our full capacity of being human.
Right.
Like you
I
can
know.
explore consciousness and space and spirit entities and your dearly beloved departed and your body and the plant. Like there's so much to explore being human. And I think that, our ancient ancestors lived this way. And so
Yes.
I think it's more of a remembering and more of a returning, an unlocking of it instead of what I used to think of it as like learning. I had to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, I just have to open to it more and like trust it, I say like, you have a physical body, and so I don't have to tell you you get to explore the physical world.
Yeah.
I can tell you what the beach would feel like, or I can recommend the mountains. I can give you a roadmap to Seattle, but I don't have to tell you, hey, because you have a body, you get to explore the physical world. And it's the same once we know we have a spirit. If you know you
Oh,
have a spirit, you
yes.
get to explore the spirit realm.
Yes.
And your spirit will know how to do it. You just have to sometimes need a guide to get started. You have to have trust that it's there. You have to desire knowing that it's there and expanding. So it's so exciting. So
So, what do you find is or I was going to say the biggest, but what do you find is a block for your clients?
I think it's the trusting. It's
Yeah.
the trust. Um, there's two. It's
Hmm.
trusting what they're receiving because like energetic, the energies from spirit are very subtle, right?
Hmm.
And we are very
Hmm.
used to dense.
Yes.
We're living in 3D world and we're practicing living in this world every single day, all day
Yeah.
long. And we're getting reaffirmations of it back to ourselves that this is correct. And
Yes.
none of that happens with the spirit realm. And so learning to sit in the quietude of receiving
Mm.
whispers or an image on your periphery or tingles up your spine or your heart opening up to love. They're quiet and they're subtle. And so I'm going to add practice and consistency is also a block for folks because they'll have one experience that's amazing, but that's not the way it will show up all the time. You just got to keep practicing and being consistent with it so that you learn the tells, you learn how you connect.
Hmm.
That's the other block I see is that we interpret the way others are receiving spirit and we
Yes.
probably magnify it. And then we judge
Yes.
ourselves that we're not getting it that way. I thought for a long
Great
time that
point.
I should be able to see them, like at the end of
Hmm.
my bed, like I do in physical form, or
Yeah.
hear them. And that's not necessarily the way I connect.
Hmm.
Some mediums do connect like that. Some psychics do and have their whole life, but that's not the way everybody connects.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's not the way most people connect. And so learning and distinguishing how you uniquely connect, what feels very good, what like where you can receive, what you can get, and then focusing in on that to like continue on that and not judge yourself against others. I spent a long time asking for more, like asking for more and louder. And then when I did, my guides are like, you just have to go into vision and talk to us. We don't understand. Like, like, why are you, what do you want? Literally, we're giving you everything. Yeah.
And
You
you
just
want
didn't
more, of
like it.
course.
Yes. I was like, but I want to like see you.
Yeah.
But then of
I have
course,
to
when
do
I'm by
same
myself,
thing.
yeah. But then I'm by myself in the woods and like something cracks. I'm like, and then I get scared. And so then I'm like, no, the guides are not they're not going to show up because you have fear about that. So
Yes.
like, you can't go too far against fear and you can't go too soft. So they have this like little pathway in here
Yeah.
that you have to like learn to practice receiving, accepting, trusting, and then also expecting it. You have to expect that it will be there.
Yes.
Yes.
That's huge. And I could see where the comparison would be a
Yes.
thing, especially in the beginning, right?
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
because when I remember telling a medium that I wanted to do what she did, and she was like, "Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Just start listening in the shower." And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Listening in the shower? Like, what does that mean? Like, what am I
Yeah.
listening to? Like, how do I, do I, like, what is it going to
I hear the
sound like?" I
water.
didn't like, yeah,
Like,
it's like, it's so esoteric, For
mm-hmm.
her, it was obvious.
Yes.
And so I thought, and that turned me off for a little while, because I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, I should find something in the shower. Like, I should be able to hear the way she hears.
Yeah.
But then I learned, like, oh no, the way I like to do it is like, do this and then
Mm-hmm.
do this steps, and then practice this and see how it goes, and write it
Mm.
down, and then follow the patterns. I like a process, like a break it
Yes.
down for me, one to one to one. Like, let me
Yes.
start here, and then you do this, and then you do this,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll talk about it, see what you got. And then it was very, like I said, it was very helpful to have people verify what you're feeling and seeing and
Yeah.
experiencing. So,
Absolutely. So, when you work with clients,
yes,
and I know that there is not a one size fits all, right?
yes.
But about how long does it take?
Yeah, great
Mm-hmm.
question. I I usually can get them feeling and connecting the first time we work together. What we work on are different techniques of connecting, so that then they can determine which one will work the best for them. And when I say they get something, they're getting their spirit guides are communicating to them. They have some kind of experience. And then what we want to work on is like making that the consistent practice. Like, okay,
Yes.
now you have to do your homework, and you have to practice communicating with them. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do it in a different way. So that you can learn, is it vision are better that you go up? Is it easier to go down into the earth to receive them?
Yeah.
Is channeling the way? Is automatic writing the way? Is
Mm-hmm.
scrying the way? So there's just different ways that we practice together, and then when they, and then we just talk about that experience. So I think I usually say, like, for one-on-ones, after 4 times together, you're pretty good. You
Yeah.
can, by then you do have some kind of good practice on your own. We've practiced consistently. You've had enough experiences that you're trusting it, and we develop, your pathway forward to move on. And when I work with multiple people on a course, I do probably like nine sessions altogether, 9 or 10,
Oh, wow.
just
Yeah.
because I really, on the courses, I can just go really deep and do a lot of different techniques. And coursework is like, it's like, I mean, both of these are transformations, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and inside of a transformation, usually what pops up for people is their expectation of themselves of what it was going to feel like, and then the
Yes.
reality, you know?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, yes. It's just that I was like, this, it's the same thing that we do with relationships, with
Yes.
jobs, with moving, with, clothes. It's like, at the other end of this, I'll be perfect. Like, things will be
Yeah.
perfect. Like, it'll all make sense. It will all align. It'll fix everything. And then you work it, and then you come up against that very thing, and you're like, oh, can I settle into what this is actually for me, and move
Yes.
through it, and then, like, have this as part of who I am moving forward. But the incredible thing that I have found working with people is they come to me because they are connecting, because they do know that they're magic. They
know.
do know something's going on, and they want, and it's I I I liken it to like the gibbous waxing moon. Like you're past you've already it's not new moon, you've planted. You've
Yeah.
seen some growth and there's the full moon zenith on the other side, but you just like getting there is just you're just
Yes.
not there yet. And when we work together and I can infuse you, well then it's like you can have moon full moons, full moons, full moons after that. You can do more cycles because
Yes.
it's infusing your life to like up level and then up level again because you've felt what it felt like to have your spirit guides help you through this next part, and then you can use that to continue to build more. And that's kind of how which is a wonderful place to get to meet people, is like I get to tell them, oh my God, you are a superstar. You are connecting so much and you don't even recognize it. Like you just haven't talked to anybody, but you're receiving a lot. Like you're
Yes.
connecting. You just have to, let's just practice and trust it and write it down. Just write it down. Because if you write down every experience you're having, pretty soon you have a whole book of proof.
Yes.
And then you trust yourself. And then you can go back and see the messages, or you go back and read the stories and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that before, or I couldn't have made that up, or look at that pattern that keeps happening and I'm watching it. It can be just so satisfying and thrilling place to meet people. And then when we say goodbye, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at what they're doing,
Yes.
like yay. It's just very fun.
That is an incredible thing to help people with. I mean, that just the feeling of that has got to be absolutely amazing.
It's so fun. It's so
watch.
fun. And the thing is like for me, when I first started like being interested in energy in the spirit world, one of the kind of underlying desires was if I could know the way things work, then I can make it better for me and my people, my family. And so I just think of it, whatever you decide to do, however you decide to show up, if you're asking your friends and your family for support, like that makes you feel good. And then if you have the support of your spirit guides or deities and your ancestors and your dearly beloved departed, and you walk in that room or whatever space you're bringing that to, and just feeling the throngs of folks behind you supporting you, why not play in that world and live in that life and see what's possible. You might as well show up with all your help.
Yes.
Unlimited assistance. I was in a medium class and we were practicing sitting for each other, and the person who was reading for me had invited somebody from, the spirit world in who knew me to send a message. And as she's describing this person, it's just not clicking. I'm like, I don't know a doctor in my family. I don't know who you're talking about. And every clue was just not hitting until she said babysitting. And I said, oh, is this the person with the convertible? Because when I babysat for a family and they had a convertible, and that was a big deal in Denver. I remember they had the heat on and the convertible down. I was like, oh my God, that's so luxurious. Like what? And it was that person, and I was astounded thinking of like I haven't thought about that person since I stopped babysitting for them, but they're rooting for me. They want to support me. And just think of all of the people on the other side that like want to support you. You don't even know them. And like let alone people in your life, but like great grandparents and great uncle. I mean, it's just like as soon as you go back 2 or 3 generations, you like have all of these entities there that
We have a whole cheer
support
team
you
that we don't even know about. Yeah, I know. That's amazing.
It is amazing. Let's tap into it.
Yes.
Yes.
So with mediumship, you're taking classes now, or is that?
Yes. Yes. Okay, because, secretly, this is one of my blocks. Secretly, I'm like, it looks, I know that it was so good for me to get the confirmation that my father was with me, and it felt so good. And so I was taking some mediumship classes again, just to like strengthen my connection with the spirit world. And they're just so fun. And it was wonderful to be able to get information
Yeah.
because, I doubt myself too. Go through it, right? Like I was like, okay, I can connect to my spirit guides, but not somebody else's dearly beloved
Yes.
departed,
Mm-hmm.
not somebody. So when I was practicing, it was very fun to, and this is what I did. I just started pretending that I was seeing something. And I was like, okay, I see this guy and he's got, a brick house behind him. It looks like he's a builder. He's pointing to his knee, something wrong with his knee or his back. I just keep going. And this is very light. It almost feels fake. It feels like I'm making it
Yes.
up.
Yes.
And then at the end, she's like, that was my uncle. He was a carpenter. He hurt his back and his knee started like towards the end of his life. I mean, she just like,
Listen.
and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I thought I was making up. And it was really thrilling, that I could, and then I could feel his pride for her, like how proud he was of her. And giving that to somebody is such a gift.
Yes.
It's such a gift.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm taking some mediumship classes to continue to expand and see what I can uncover. And it's really fun. And who knows?
I will
You know?
sign up to be one of your clients. How's
Yeah,
that?
okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, can I practice with you? That'd be awesome.
Yes,
That's
please
what I need.
do.
I need some practice. Yeah.
I will be your guinea pig. I love it.
Love it. I love it. Thank you. Taking you up on that.
Oh, please do. I will remind you.
Yes, I will too. Oh,
So
so
you've
fun.
been doing this about 10 years, right?
Yes. The more focus on it. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm also a visual artist, and at the time that my father passed, right after that, a couple of years later, I had an art show, and I started to just infuse my art with crystals and infusion, and then I started a series of cosmic, like I call them cosmic women. I do embroidery, and so they all had just big hair head pieces that kind of just reminded me. I just went free flow on the embroidery just to like kind of show this magical deliciousness, that lives with us. So part of my thing with visual art was I just wanted to envelop the audience member with just softness and deliciousness and embroidery and just all this like goodness, this feminist energy. And I feel that in the spirit work as well, I just want to like wrap everybody in all their sparkles and magic and just show them how magical they are. And just, we need the replenishment. So I know that things are, things are just hard. And so it's a space that you can replenish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, connecting to spirit, and like even just meditating, the expansiveness of emotion that you feel is thrilling and comforting and delightful. And if you had that every day of your life, even if it was just a few minutes or an hour, like what a wonderful life. Right? Like that's a pretty good life. And then you add on to that, you walk out and you start talking to trees and to creatures and just, the world
Yes.
just opens up to your magic.
So yesterday I had not the best day, right?
Yes.
And I went in nature and I sat. There's this tree, and I call her grandma or grandmother.
Oh,
That's just like what came to me. And I go and I sit with her, and it just completely just gives me new life.
yes.
It is
Yes.
the most beautiful connection.
Beautiful. So
Yes.
beautiful. That's so nice.
And it
And
just
just
go. Yeah, go ahead.
rejuvenates. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the techniques I like to have folks do is to do that with different trees back to
Mm,
back
yes.
because you will, especially if you close your eyes when you're underneath them, you sit
Yeah.
with the one for a few minutes, close your eyes and just feel into it, then move to another tree, different kind of tree,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then do the same thing and you can start to pick up the different energies. And when you do that
Yes.
next to each other, you can it's quite astounding what you can pick up and
Yes.
how different it is.
Yes.
And I love that. And then of course I think that they love to, have you take a moment with them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you find, and probably the people that come to you, they already know this is a thing, right?
Yes.
But do you find that people that maybe aren't as aware or open-minded, they think that we are just the meat suit,
Yes.
like just a 3D.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. And early on, I think I worked with maybe one or two people who came to me as almost like a prove it kind of thing. Like I think that they wanted to believe, they didn't believe, and they almost needed me to prove it. And at that point, that's pretty hard to
They're
do,
kind of blocked. I mean, they're already
Yes,
blocked,
they're blocked. I mean, we
Yeah.
come out of it and I'm like, how did that feel? No, I didn't get anything. Okay, well, I can't really, you're not
What are you
gonna
doing at?
tear anything open, like any little string
Yeah.
in there. So yeah. And who knows, right? Everybody's on their journey and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's for their learning this time around. I think it was interesting that they were curious about it, and maybe
Yes.
I just wasn't the person for them to open up the curiosity
Right.
farther for them, and that's fine too. So I think that, that did show effort in that way, and I hope that they continue. But
So you
I
feel
think
like we
more and
all
more
have the
people,
ability? Oh,
yes, I
yeah.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do think that we all have the ability. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And not everybody will have it like at all degrees, right?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things like everybody has the ability to draw and to color and to enjoy
Mm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And some will take it way farther and
Yes.
do more with it, and that's fine. But it is available and you
Yeah.
could explore it.
Mm-hmm.
You could take time to learn how drawing works or.
It's a great way to explain it.
Yeah, if you like to. So it's there for you if you like to, but if you don't have to. Many people go through their whole lives not drawing anymore, right?
Yes. Great point.
Yeah.
And you were saying you think more and more people, you were going to say,
Oh, are opening up
yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's so exciting. It's just so
It is.
lovely. Seeing younger people, I, I, I don't know about you. When I was in college, it was the early 90s, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember the first book that I got, and now I'm blanking on the name because of menopause, of course.
I'm right there with you. We're good.
Yeah, thank you. I just have to call it out because, like, can't fight it. But people weren't talking about souls.
Yeah.
People weren't
Mm-mm.
talking about spirit or energy. And so it was a very small group of folks that that I was
Mm.
talking to about this. And it seemed very underground, not underground, but just
But
very,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very not normal. And
Mm-hmm.
now, I mean, children are talking about it. Children
Yes.
know how to work with spirit and definitely manifesting, right? Like
Yes.
everybody is like manifesting so passe at this point.
I know.
What? That's so cool. That happens fast. That's
So,
pretty exciting.
do you feel like children, like in the first few years, I mean, I feel like, I guess the veil is so thin and they can see so much
So
and
too.
connect.
They so much. And I
Yeah.
get so many comments on my videos from folks that say, oh, I could do this when I was a child, or I remember doing this as a kid, you
Yeah.
know, and then we're just taught out of it.
Yeah. Yes.
And then that's
Yes.
almost like why I say it is a remembering. It's a returning to who you know you are and what you're capable of.
Yeah.
And, the pretending thing is a good practice. And the reason why is it sneaks past the doubt and the ego. Because the doubt and the ego, here you say, I'm just pretending. I'm just going to play. And it backs off. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like, yeah, fine,
Yeah.
play, whatever. This isn't real, so I don't have to like pay attention and pull you back.
Yes.
And then you get to pretend and you get to use your imagination, which is actually your superpower.
Yes.
And then you get into the spirit world and then it just kind of opens up from there, So I think that children show that so well because they're,
too.
they're playing and they're imagining and they're right there. And I do think that it's just thinned veil.
Yes.
And I just think that we're, taught away from it.
Yeah. So explain, how is imagination our superpower?
Yes, thank you. Imagination is our superpower because it is beyond your body. Your imagination merges with your awareness, with your consciousness, like you can move it. If I tell you to touch a mountain right now, your body can't do it. But
Right.
as soon as you close your eyes, you can go to your favorite mountain top and you can place yourself right there. And then I
there
can
now.
guide you through that and you can feel the air, you can feel the emotion, you can smell the smells. Imagination unlocks the potential of all that we do in the spirit realm and beyond. It also helps us interpret and translate what's coming to us. The messages of spirit are symbolic or emotional, and it's almost like in your dreamscape, the things you get when you're inside your dream seem pretty normal. And then you come out of it and you have to interpret it. And you start to use your imagination as far as how you're going to describe what actually occurred in there. So imagination also helps us to interpret. 99.9% of the information that comes to us is taken in by our body and our subconscious and never gets to our consciousness.
Yes.
Like that is a lot of information and genius that is in your body and in your subconscious. That's a lot of knowing of all different types that is in there. And so unlocking it with both those meditative states of mind, but also your imagination, unlock the knowing that you already have in you, that you have access to. Yeah,
So
and imagination is a very powerful way to begin the process of connecting to spirit. Like I said, the pretending, the putting yourself in there so that then spirit, you unfold with spirit and you can receive that message.
You mentioned dreams earlier.
Yes.
So what are dreams?
Yeah, what are dreams?
Like
I don't know, but I know how to use them.
Yeah, see, I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm a person that I actually, for years, I'm not going to say I did not dream, but
Oh,
I didn't
remember.
and I mean, I didn't even remember that I had a dream. Like it was just nothing, right? But I dream a lot now.
Great.
But I can't remember them,
Oh, okay.
And
Yes.
so is there a way to,
Yes. To remember?
yes,
Yeah, well, the ways that I know is, as soon as you wake up, just take pen to paper.
Write 'em
And
down.
start writing. Even if you don't remember what it is, you write a feeling that you have.
Yeah.
You write Yeah, anything that is still lingering that you can actually pull on, and maybe
Yeah.
just try to pull on some strings there. You could also even try making, like if you're in your meditative state of mind in the morning, you're journaling about what
Yeah.
you dreamt, and you just like, I don't know, was it blue? I got the feeling of blue
Mm.
sky. And then you could pretend that you remember and
Yeah.
see what comes out too.
It's kind of like exercising that
Yes,
with
yes,
writing and pretending and like talking
yes.
through it, and that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
I'm
And
gonna
going
start
back
that.
in, there's a really fun way to work with your dreams, the ones that are poignant that you do remember. Like, for example, the scary ones, you're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
somewhere and then all of a sudden you wake up because there's something there, something scary. You can then take yourself back consciously into like a meditative state of mind and then put yourself in that dream and walk through it to that scary moment and then have an interaction with whatever it is that's scaring you. If it's a
Right.
person, but even if it's like, a dog. Hey dog, like why are you angry with me? What do you want from
Yeah.
me? Well, why am I scared of you? Why are you looking at me? How do I know you?
Yeah.
How do we work together? And then you start to uncover this whole subconscious or conscious or spirit kind of connection there through your consciousness interacting with your dream state, which could be very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've learned a
I'm gonna
lot.
start practicing that.
Yeah, because I had some recurring dreams with like recurring characters, and I was thinking, like I thought I was over this. I
Yeah.
thought I had
Yeah.
healed this. Why are you back? What's going on? And I went back into my dream to ask this person, why are you still here?
Yeah.
And they appeared to me as dust and old, and they
Oh,
said,
wow.
you won't let me go. Like you're still using me. And I was like, oh, it's
Oh,
me.
it's me. My
Which
bad.
usually turns out it's usually an inside job.
I'll work on that right now.
Okay.
Yes.
But I was like, what's the message here? What are they trying to tell me? Like making all of this stuff up. And it's like,
They were just saying it was you.
it's you. Like, would you just let me
You
die
let
and
me go.
go away? What are you holding on to? I'm like, yeah, you okay?
Yeah. I have
Lesson
no idea what you're
learned.
talking about. That
Yes.
has never happened to me at all.
No, we don't hold on.
I just had one of those moments where just I had a situation and I self-reflected, and it was a certain pattern that I did not want to see, right?
Yes.
And I told a friend this morning, I said, you know what? I thought I was so much further along than I actually was in this area. It turns out I'm not.
I know, right? It's just, it's so deflating almost. You're like, oh,
is.
this
It's
again?
No.
Yeah. But the nice part is like now you can laugh at it.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
I feel like, right, like they're like this the first time, and then they're like this the second
Yes.
time, and then the third time, and like
Yes.
they still pop up, and so you're like, you're so annoying. But
Self-awareness really is a beautiful thing.
it
It
is
may
such a
drive us
beautiful
crazy
thing.
sometimes.
Yes.
It really is a beautiful
Yes.
thing.
Like sometimes I'm like, I do not want to be that aware right now.
It can't be me. It's got to be.
Yes.
the other
Like,
person.
please, can it be an outside job just once?
Yes.
How much work can I do?
I know.
Oh,
Same.
I'm just tired of it. I'll just gotta,
Absolutely.
yeah, accept
So,
it.
did you mention earlier astral projection?
Yes, yes.
Talk about
yes,
that.
Yes. Astral projection and travel to me it's kind of on a spectrum. Just all things spirit to me are.
Yeah.
I really, there's folks who really like definitions and like boxes, and I really just have found that they merge all around.
It's all
And-
kind of the same. Like
Yes.
it's, yeah.
And I find astral travel, again, one of those things that when I first heard of it and started practicing, I thought that I should feel like an empty body. I should feel like I left my body behind and my whole self is somewhere else. And the more I practiced, the more I recognized that, consciousness is really incredible. You can be in two places at once, and you have access, your consciousness can be diffused, right? In this moment, it can just be right here. And then you can merge all of your consciousness and awareness onto the corner of the room. And you could just put all of your energy and focus there, and you see it, and you see the corners. And then you can start looking at perspectives from up there, and you start to move around. And then you can come back and just be back, And so I do a few of those exercises with my clients in my classes too, to show how it feels like that it's not that weird to leave your body. Like it doesn't feel like you're leaving your body, but your consciousness can merge. That's what I think of it as, like you're merging with the place, so much so that then you can feel it and look around and explore it. But I didn't feel that my body was empty necessarily.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But we're not our body. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Yes, totally. I mean, if we were our body, like, how do we remember 7-year-old self? Because that 7-year-old body's not anywhere around here.
That's right.
Yeah. And I know, like, you have synapses and memory and those kinds of things, but I with all that I've experienced, it's so beyond our bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't done remote viewing, so that's maybe an area next that would be fun. I think I would want to work with somebody to do that.
That would be fascinating.
That would be fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So maybe that's next.
I can't wait to watch all this unfold and talk to you more.
We're going to do mediumship while we remote view, and we're going to with the
do it all at
thrones
the same
of your
time.
ancestors. Yeah, we're going to remote view from Rome,
And then we cheer
ancient
for us the whole
Rome.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so looking at all of this,
Yes.
when you work with clients or see people trying to connect in whatever way, right? Do you find that, and we talked about blocks earlier a bit, do you find that trauma or trapped emotions or the energy in the body can really cause a block too?
Actually, I've worked with people who have been through pretty traumatic experiences, and that doesn't seem to be a block.
I love that.
I do too. I think that's so special, and I don't understand it because I'm not very informed on, trauma as much as maybe I should be. But when I have worked with folks who have been through some harrowing things, it's beautiful to see, like, spirit really is accessible and moves them and moves through them, and they're able to move with spirit pretty easily, actually. Yeah, I know. And I feel like it's very healing. It has seemed healing from the folks that I've worked with, because there's emotional releases that can happen that is accessible and acceptable. And they don't have to justify it or explain it or so they seem to be able to either move with it, move through it, incorporate, I don't know, just feel into it sometimes, and I have found that, I think, like, spirit work, I think, is really, the folks that I've seen, it's really helpful, actually, for them. And I don't want to say that across the board, because I'm not,
I know, right, absolutely.
right.
Yeah,
But
no,
like,
and it's
but I
not going to
don't
be the
think,
same.
yeah, the nice thing is that what I see a lot with people on my comments is there's a lot of people who want to bring up negativity with spirit, right? Like, be careful of this and be careful of this and protect yourself of that. And listen, I have protection, hygiene, yes. And also, I just haven't had that much experience with like crazy negativity out there.
Yeah.
I mean, the only times that I really have been like literal ghosts, like a haunted place, you know, that's known to be haunted and that's been fed and, you know, all of that stuff. But when I connect, because I'm connecting, I mean, I'm saying my intention is to connect to those that love me, the highest intent for me and my loved ones. And I place this bubble around me that I'm only allowing in the goodness.
Yes.
And so I think that, you know, folks who are curious about this and have, and if that's a block, the negativity is a block. Like, I don't think it has to be, you know, it's, the thing is, it's like, it's a free will universe. And so nothing can get to you unless you give it permission. And as soon as you give a boundary, like they can't cross a boundary.
Yes.
The whole vampire thing. They can't come in unless you invite them, you know? So it's the same with spirit. And as soon as you see something that you don't like, you don't even have to justify why you don't like it.
Right.
You could just tell them no.
Yeah.
Leave. I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way I feel when you're around. Like, today's a no. And it doesn't mean it's a no forever. If they're a guide, maybe they just need to wait until you grow your capacity to see them in that way. But what's meant for you will come for you. And, you know, you don't, like, your intuition is right. If it's not speaking to you, then you get to say that boundary.
Right.
And so people who have vulnerabilities or, you know, hurt, I don't feel like they need to be afraid of moving into spirit world and connecting to spirit because of like negativity, you know, like just put some nice boundaries and protection around you, that you're only available for the most love and the highest intent for those of you, your family, your loved ones, you know, no harm to anyone. And then connect and see, you know, what's available to you, because it's amazing to me the amount of emotion that I can feel when I'm working with spirit guides. And it's a lovely space to get to, hopefully daily, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
I
So
mean,
you pretty
infinite
much,
love.
I mean, intention, of course, is huge, right?
Yes.
And setting those boundaries.
Yes.
But I mean, it's what, how do I say this? It's really what you're looking for. I mean, if you already have in your mind that you are going to run into big, bad, mean spirits, you know, and just have that expectation, then you just might.
Yes.
Right?
And I also, I mean, from my experience, yes, but also I recognize that the thing with spirit world is that like all is available, right?
Yeah, right.
It's infinite possibilities. So if I just haven't come across demons, I haven't come across bad entities that want to do something to me. I protect myself. I have guides that protect me, and that's it. So I don't want to say that other people's experiences aren't true for them.
Right.
I just want people to know that if they are curious, they can protect themselves with their intention and protection, and that does not need to be like the reason why you don't connect to your spirit guides. Right.
If you set those boundaries, like you said, and don't give permission, then they can't.
Yes.
So
and if there's something there that you don't like, you shut it down right away.
That's such a beautiful thing, and I love that. And thank you for clearing that up, because you're right. People do bring that up, and I'm sure you see it a lot in your comments and things.
Yes, which I accept. That's, many people have many different experiences. It's just not mine, and so I don't want it to be everybody's who's considering it. I don't want it to be a block, you know.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I can't wait to work with you in the future and talk to you more.
Me too. We're going to practice mediumship together.
Yes, we are. I cannot wait. Can't wait.
Me
Sign
too.
me up.
Yes,
Like
me too.
yesterday.
Yes.
Um,
Love it. Love
so
it.
can you share with us, like where we can find you, what you offer, all the
Yes,
stuff?
thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Artwitch on the platform, so Instagram, TikTok, and then a small little YouTube page that we're trying to grow. But
Mm-hmm.
and then from there, I have a few self-directed tutorial courses that folks can take. I have a tiny course on channeling that can get
Mm-hmm.
you channeling in just a couple hours versus days. So that's, and then there's a Mastering Your Spirit Guide communication course that will guide you through 10 modules to really
Mm-hmm.
connect you to the spirit world. And then I offer one-on-ones, and I'm looking to, create some new fun stuff. I've had some people ask about goddesses and working with them and how to show up with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, so I'm gonna try and cook something up there because that would be so fun to have a whole
That's
goddess,
cool.
like,
Yes,
workshop. So I think we need it.
absolutely.
Thank
So
you
what
so
about your
much.
workshops? Yes.
Um, oh, so yeah, they'll roll through, and so you just gotta kind of check the art Ashley Art Witch and
Okay.
see, any upcoming workshops that will happen. So
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much,
yes,
Ashley.
thank
This
you,
has
Jennifer,
been
so
amazing.
much. I know it's been so fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and we will talk soon.
Yes, we'll talk soon.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.